Well, Farmers Day edition of the show, and of course, Mama V is dressed.
Looking like a farmer.
No.
Yeah,
Oh.
I think you're going to add that.
Oh.
It was just natural. It's a Farmers Day edition of the show.
Right.
And of course, Mama V.
Is dressed like a farmer. Is that a farmer's dress?
I don't know, but I don't mind if you said that.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. How
It
are
just
you?
looks like a kimono. No kimono.
Does it feel like a holiday?
I think it's because I'm a bit tired. So I'm a bit tired, so and they feel I'm like that.
You know, when it's a holiday and we're here, I can just imagine people like in their beds watching, because you know some people have their TV sets in their bedroom.
Yeah.
So somebody's just comfortably relaxing and flipping. You've got the remote control in your hands,
So
and you're just watching.
It's easier.
Well, good morning if that's your condition today. Good for you because it's a holiday.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not your condition, well, we hope that whatever it is that you're up to this holiday, you're well. Yeah.
Well, definitely. So we have our relationship segment, and we have a letter from Senam, and then we also do have One Love. He is half of the group FOKN boys, so to speak. Yeah, One Love Kubolo in the studio.
Okay. But we have to quickly get a weather update this Farmers Day. How does it look like, or how would it be like in terms of the weather? Nana Papani Clegg speaks for the Ghana Meteorological Agency for the past 3 days now. He's been helping us, giving us the weather update. Papani, good morning to you. Thank you for your time again today.
Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning.
Can you tell us what the situation is looking like?
Yeah, for the weather, partly cloudy conditions will prevail in the northern portions of the country with slightly hazy conditions, and this will reduce surface visibility. These places are Wa, Bole, Tamale, Yendi, Nabrunko, Boga, and its environs. For the southern portions of the country, which is made up of Koforidua, Akimoda, Kumasi, Obuasi, Sefi, Biosu, Sefi, Bekwai, Kintampo, Techiman, and its environs, will experience partly cloudy situations with sunny intervals. For the coastal strip, that is Adan, Tema, Accra, Cape Coast, Takrade, Sopon, Axim, and its environs will also experience partly cloudy conditions with sunny intervals today. This is what we have for you by way of the weather.
Okay. Papani, I have to ask you, it's a holiday today. What are you doing yourself?
I will leave to who I want to experience the Farmers Day.
Okay. But you're not farming in any way? You don't have a small farm anywhere?
Oh, I have a small garden just behind my house.
Okay. And what do you grow there?
Oh, I have some plantain, I have tomato, I have pepper, and then garden egg.
Oh, good for you. We should learn from you then. Thank you so much. Enjoy your holiday today.
Okay.
All right. That's Papani Clegg. He speaks for the Ghana Meteorological Agency. He helps us with the weather situation each morning here on the AM show. And he's got a garden. Do you have a garden?
Yeah. Well, no.
No, you don't plant anything.
No.
Okay.
The reality is that if you want to go into that, you need to have time for it.
Masa, your back yard want to.
Me, I don't.
He has plantain, tomato. Charlie, that's nice. I only have flowers.
Oh, yeah.
And trees.
And you're not the one who even cares for them. That's the whole point.
Well,
I mean, the reason why you do gardening is because you want to be part of it.
I used to when we started.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I can know the reason why. I can imagine the reason why you stopped.
All right, let's do the newspapers. Let's do the newspapers. Let's do the newspapers.
Yeah, the newspapers.
Well, obviously, because it's a holiday, we don't have many of the papers today. Yes. I've got the Daily Graphic and the Ghanaian Times at least.
Yeah, and I also I have the papers, and they go in this direction. I have the Daily Guide. You see the Daily Guide right here. And then also I have the rest of the paper, the Chronicle.
Are you okay?
Yeah, it's also your birthday now, Bole Sango of Nungwa NHIS office.
Yeah. Is that one of the papers?
Yeah. And this one is coming from the management of staff of the Kwabibrim District Office of the National Health Insurance Authority.
All right, let's do the Daily Graphic newspaper, the holiday edition, the Farmers' Day edition, front page of the Graphic. Ghana, South Africa to strengthen relations. Today is Farmers' Day, yes, obviously. Man claims cure for blindness. Hundreds troop to herbal facility.
Oh,
this is
story when I read it, yeah.
On the front page of the Daily Graphic newspaper, and you'll see it when we put the paper up on your screen. And the story is from Samuel Che Boateng in Mankesim. A commercial town in the central region is noted for foodstuff, fish and meat, but for some time now, people from all walks of life have been trooping to the town not to shop for these items, but to seek healing for various eye challenges, including blindness. This follows the discovery of a medicine by a herbalist in the town, which has been acclaimed to cure all kinds of eye diseases, including the dreadful glaucoma, which medical doctors has no cure for. So the herbalist, 60-year-old, and this is fascinating. That's why I'm reading, the story in the paper, so we can get a better understanding. 60-year-old John Kofi Saki is the proprietor of the Herbal Research and Learning Center. Daily Graphic visited the center twice in the last 2 weeks and met many people receiving treatments. Unlike the orthodox solutions, which prescribe various forms of surgery and medication, the herbal solution was not applied directly on the eyes. Rather, the herbalist pours the liquid preparation onto a piece of dry wood, puts the wood in a small plastic container for the patient to watch with widely open eyes for 10 minutes. The Daily Graphic also observed that the patients, most of them above 60 years, repeated the process 3 times a day. After exposing the eye to the invisible rays of the drug, the patients are made to walk for some time. The drug
emits rays?
They rest for 2 or 3 hours and resume the treatment. Mr. Saki said some of the patients regained their sight on the first day of treatment. For the rest of it, they've got the angle of health authorities. There's some kind of collaboration. The charges, the patients, the profession itself. You've got to grab the paper and read all these angles in the Daily Graphic. Certainly a rather
back in the 80s, there used to be Nanadrobo. Used to cure AIDS. Yeah, there was this myth about how he died, etc. There was this myth back in the day. I was a child then, but that was the rumor at the time that I think he went somewhere, is it Japan or somewhere, and the whites didn't like that a black man had invented HIV, and so they killed him or poisoned him. It was just a crazy rumor. I mean, the reason why he died is also there. So, but just the rumors surrounding it. Yeah.
Let's look at the back page of the Daily Graphic. Public warned against self-medication. A biomedical scientist at the Noguchi Medical Research Institute, Dr. Seth Addo, has advised the public against self-medication, saying it has both short and long-term adverse effects on their health. It's on the back page of the Daily Graphic. Also, business picking up at KJTR Market. Activities are gradually picking up, according to the story, up at the $298 million KJTR Market complex a month after traders and other businesses began occupying spaces in the imposing new facility located in the heart of Kumasi. A modern car terminal located on the ground level of the 3-story market building and a tailoring section on the first floor are the busiest areas in the market complex at the moment. The tailors in their hundreds previously operated at the Kumasi Central Market. It goes on to tell you how business is picking up. That's the whole idea when we put up such structures as for the people in the market to take advantage. But often we see that people still go to the old places, and for some reason, we the consumers, I don't know if it's that we feel lazy to go to the shops, the proper designated shops. Because if we continue to purchase when they're on the roadside, for instance, it encourages them to be there.
Yes, and so that is where the aspects why consumers will make the choice. I think it's just more of a cultural issue. And so they the remediating measure is for you to enforce the law. Make sure that those who sell on the street
and
or
those who buy
don't go and they patronize in shops. I don't know why we can't buy tomatoes in a great wrapper or something in a shop. I just don't get it.
It's like you're going to Makola.
Yeah.
But you'd rather buy, those who are
on the
pavement.
On the pavement
Yeah.
instead of, and you'll be surprised that buying from, let's say, a store or something of the sort, the price difference is just minimal. And that would be a price taking care of maybe some utility bill or something of the sort.
And
I think it's a cultural
and
issue.
it's good to also identify a place where you can easily go back if there's a defect.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I raised this issue once with a friend who lives in the UK. Told me that, even in the UK they have what do you say, street markets? I said, no, but
but we have street markets once in a while. Remember the Sunday markets and things like that?
Street markets are normal. We're not talking in that sense. This one is an everyday living activity, and it's a problem.
It has to come and live here for a while.
Because of the way the markets have been put together, they result in poor sanitary conditions, and then the food itself that is sold is not hygienically kept, and so has an effect on your health and your wellness, ultimately.
Well, what we are essentially saying is that we're a major part of why traders sometimes would sell in unauthorized places, because we go ahead and we go and we purchase. We encourage them to do that. Let's do the Ghanaian Times newspaper front page. Ghana, South Africa pledge to up trade investment ties. And yesterday, Cyril Ramaphosa, the South African president, was recounting Friends of Ghana and what Ghana did for South Africa during the period of apartheid. And I was like, oh yeah, but do the South Africans themselves know this in terms of the homophobic attacks? Do they remember?
They know.
Do they remember how all of us on the continent contributed, received them when they were going through great troubles in their country during the apartheid regime? Because you don't fight foreigners, you don't know the history.
Well, you may know the history, but ultimately it's also because it's a different thing living it.
Things are hard.
No, it's a different thing living it, and then it's also a different thing reading it in the books.
Okay.
So that's we all do know that coups happen.
So we should
coups happen. But for example, me, I lived in the camp, so even though I wasn't old enough during the days of the last coup, I was old enough to witness some attempted coups.
Okay.
So you hear
the story would have been told
the gunshots
to you.
and things, and sometimes you have your neighbor's father being picked for interrogation, and locked in the guard room, or sometimes even charged.
So we should make movies so that we can tell the stories.
Well, yeah.
So that those
so it's a
up
different thing. It's a
that
different
you're
thing.
Fighting Nigerians, you're fighting Ghanaians.
But you
don't
need to
see
know
them
your
as
history.
foreigners.
And I think it's happening all over the world. So, for example, Trump is saying "Make America Great Again," but it's also because consistently they are coming from a certain point. But the millennials, who are the young people, feel that the world is what they call global village. But the Americans who are conservative feel differently.
All right, let's look at the rest of the stories on the front page of the Ghanaian Times. Police grab 21 more secessionists. Farmers must consider agric activities as business. 3 teacher unions to go on strike Monday. That was in our bulletin. And this story about the police grabbing 21 more secessionists, there was a call in Parliament to get an update in terms of where we are, what we're doing with this coup attempts. In the center spread of the paper, farmers, essentially details of what's on the front page of the paper. Back page, all set for 35th National Farmers Day. About 150 farmers and fishermen selected across the country will be awarded today at the 35th National Farmers Day for their contribution to the socio-economic development of the country through agriculture. At endeavor to be held at Volta region under the theme Enhancing Small-Scale Agriculture Towards Agribusiness Development, winners at the national and regional levels would be awarded. Still on the back page, GFA Star Times, $17.9 million broadcast deal abrogated. So The Ghana Football Association is inviting bids from media organizations for the television and radio rights of its content. The development follows the mutual abrogation of the broadcast right contract with Chinese broadcast giant Star Times, which was signed under the erstwhile Kwesi Nyantakyi-led administration in 2016. We'll have a lot more on this contract abrogation right after the headlines when we do full sports here on the show, Roland.
Okay, so let me do the daily guide. Has on the front page, NDC runs to Chebi to beg row over Kumasi. Kidnappers also on the front page of the daily guide. Up there we have Ghana, South Africa chart new course, we're told. Opuni reduced fertilizer testing period, according to witness in the ongoing case. And we have the National Farmers Day today. And the headline just announced it, right? Okay, let's go to the center spread of the News One pullout of the daily guide. It features Justin Timberlake apologizing over co-star Bruhaha, and there was a picture of him, or pictures of him on a film set with his co-star. They were, you know, holding hands, smooching and all that. They were making, well, not making out. You know.
So he's apologizing to who?
To the wife, Jessica Biel, who is also a great actress in her own right. And they have a family together.
Apologizing to who? Jessica Biel?
Yeah, Jessica Biel. Yeah.
What? She was the one he was doing the stuff with on set?
No, the wife. That's a wife.
No?
Apologizing to the wife and the rest of his family. Yeah. Because, you know, it was, the tabloids picked it up.
Oh, this is Timberlake.
Yeah, Justin Timberlake.
I had Justin Bieber.
Oh, okay. Your mind.
I don't know.
I just Justin Timberlake.
This is
Justin Timberlake. Justin Bieber just married. Married recently.
Yeah.
Okay. Ghana's Queen needs help to and Miss well. Okay. Do they still do Miss World?
Ghana's Queen needs help at Miss World.
Do they still do Miss World?
Roland, let's read the story. Read the story. No.
Okay, so let's go to the back page.
After that, I'm going to read the story and share it.
No.
We're joking.
Yeah. Daily Guide, the back page featuring sports, has a story. Everton, they sacked their coach late last night. Yeah, just sacked him. When the Arsenal game was ongoing, we're hearing that. I don't know, you know, how ironic it is.
There's no replacement for Arsenal yet, right? They don't have a substantive coach.
Well, yeah, so
they have a caretaker coach.
Yeah, caretaker coach, yeah. A former player who also lost the game yesterday as well. Real trial, Miss El Clasico. Okay, so those are the stories.
All right, can you pass me the paper, please?
You wanted to open to
the
News One pullout.
You do your story.
Okay. So we have the Chronicle. The Chronicle has on the front page, NDC sages sneak to Ochihine's palace to beg for forgiveness. Ramaphosa to Ghanaians, don't be afraid to come to South Africa. And Awudome, pupils cry for help. It's not the Awudome here in Accra. I'm sure it has to be Chito Awudome, I think. Oh, sorry. It's Seshri Awudome. Yeah. The towns are similar in Ghana, yeah? All right. So we have also Happy Farmers Day. The Chronicle seem to be saying. And so Dako is congratulating Ghanaian farmers. Yeah, Mama V, I wanted to comment about the NDC going. You know, the MPP also sometimes...
I actually missed the headline on the front page. It's actually there on the front page of the paper.
You know, MPP too, sometimes... Was it when they were in opposition or when they had come to... No, when they had come to government initially. They went to... They had Santehene and also went to apologize. And it was also because of a comment that was made, linked. So subsequently, I love this position that initially was taken by the Ochehene and the Traditional Council, because it also shows how chiefs can flex their muscles and are very critical in our society.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Absolutely. Because when you have a powerful chief, it helps. Because then it puts the politicians into their stead.
But you know, but we hope that they would use it more often. You know, when Otumfuo spoke at the UPSA events, and he made those comments about the referendum. He talked about a lot of national issues. I like that very much.
Yes.
You know, because of, we're talking about, is it the fear? No, the respect that even politicians have for that office. So they have to take advantage of it. You get what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, so complementing what you said, my observation has been that the politicians are only wary, not afraid, wary of only the revered and powerful chiefs.
Absolutely.
And the revered and powerful chiefs have been revered and powerful, or have become revered and powerful because they've made their chieftaincy or their paramountcies or their traditional areas like that individually. But we needed the chiefs to come together to make the institution as a whole countrywide very powerful.
Well, that seemed an impossible task. Just look at the issue of the referendum, and when the National House of Chiefs, that's the National House of Chiefs. Remember the divisions?
Yeah.
So we have to go in terms of area to area. You get it? I'm not sure we'll get that because politics, unfortunately, has also eaten into that area. Yeah. So there are a lot of divisions. People belong to one political party or the other, which is not a bad thing, except that when you let it affect your work and you see what you do, you know, in a colored way, then you can't get that kind of unity. I guess, you know, when Otumfuo spoke, and that's my reference point really. We carried it, all media houses carried it for days.
Yeah. I remember almost like 4 days.
I did not see
it happened
any
on Saturday, and by Monday, Tuesday,
communicator,
even Wednesday.
I did not hear any political communicator
criticizing.
Yeah, exactly. You know?
Yeah, true. But if Otumfuo was, so to speak, one of the lowly chiefs, he would have been lambasted.
People would have come.
That is why I am arguing that if ideally, and it's an idealistic mindset, if ideally we had the chieftaincy institution being one, which you're saying is impossible.
It's impossible.
Yeah. Then we would have
proven to us that it's impossible.
Look, you go to even some of the smallest towns, you have very big people. They dare not ignore their traditional chief.
Yeah, but it's also the people. So you see, you talk about Ochihene, and it's the people who have made the seat as powerful as it is. You talk about Menchia. You know, you don't even have to say Otumfuo. Just say Menchia. You know, it's the people.
And so you get to find out when the politician, let's say the president or the opposition leader, etc., goes to have a tour and meet with the traditional chief. Some of the traditional chiefs who, by way of acting, make themselves look, being looked on, don't tend to command the respect. They keep asking for things instead of directing. So you see that your Chihine and then your Otumfuo, when they're talking, they direct. They are almost like, this is how it should be. And the other chiefs, they appeal. And then we want electricity. Otumfuo and the Ochihino will say, electricity has to be in communities here. And the other chiefs will say, oh, we want electricity. We beg you, if you can. Yeah. So well, it's the posture.
There are other individual chiefs in other traditional areas
who are strong as well.
Who are also very strong. I know Togbi Afede, for instance, you know, who kind of says it as it is, no matter what other people
also because
think. There are individual chiefs.
That
we may not recall all of them, but they're, you know, the very powerful chiefs in other areas. It's just what is coming into our minds that we're mentioning because of the Ochihines in the news. It's just because I remember Otumfuo's speech at the UPSA and the national comments. So essentially what we are saying is that don't sing their praises. We see chiefs singing and saying why are there and blah blah blah. That would not give you anything really. If you just go singing their praises, tell them as it is and talk about national issues.
Exactly.
You are not a political party.
Not at all.
Yeah. Okay. Are you done?
Yeah. So I wanted to mention the last one.
Before they summer us or something like that.
So Nabole Sango of Nungwa NHIS office. You're celebrating your birthday. This one goes to you.
Chief?
It's from the management
and
staff of Kwabi Brim District Office of the National Health Insurance Authority, as well as Fifi sent me this message. Yeah, traditional chiefs are in the area of Kwabi Brim and Nungwa and all that. Why?
Are you done?
Yeah.
So the story about Miss Ghana she's appealing for votes, essentially.
Oh.
Yeah.
I told
But
her.
I'm not sure. Maybe her family members and the people who understand the pageant and where we are. But I think for some of us,
You're just,
I have
you're
colleagues.
just anti
No,
or
I'm not. I have
anti-pageant.
colleagues and friends who really, I like the Miss Ghana brand.
Yeah.
Is dead.
Well, true. Back in the day,
It's unattractive.
when we used to love pageant, it only was Miss Ghana. Then we had Miss. Is it Miss Universe? Mixed Lads.
We had Miss Universe.
Yeah. So that was the other one.
Yeah, but I think Miss Universe has been revived a bit. Mrs. Montari, I think, is the one who is managing.
Okay.
What's her first
All
name?
I'm saying is that they don't seem to be attracting the accolades that they used to. But it's also because women's groups around the world have come to signify what womanhood should be.
Oh, Roland, I kind of disagree with you.
That it shouldn't only be about beauty, but also...
exactly.
yeah.
But if you watch, see, in the past, and we're not talking far back, we've seen women who've gone on the Miss World stage
And they are
who
very
are extremely intelligent. They've gone to really good schools who use that platform to get elsewhere. So you use what you have. I mean, it's not like you're just going to showcase your beauty.
But
it's a huge platform where you can make an impact.
because such women are no more interested in such platforms?
Because the platforms, and I don't know about the world platform, but let's talk about Ghana because that's what I know. I mean, pretty intelligent girls will not easily offer themselves because that platform is unattractive. It comes with a lot of controversies. It comes with so many things. Girls go in there, they come back telling us stories.
Yeah,
would you encourage your daughter? Would you encourage your cousin or somebody like that to go into it? I mean, I like to encourage people to take advantage of platforms that would give them,
make them
big opportunities.
And
no, not as the brand is right now. Roland, let's say it as it is.
Let's call a spade a spade.
You can go to myjoyonline.com for more news, but we have to take a breather. We'll come back with sports. After sports, we have our relationship conversation, Dear AM. Roland will quickly tell us what we're doing today on Dear AM.
Yeah, we have Dear AM. We'll play the tape to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll bring you sports.